96 to 2003.
That's the third strike. How much time did they issue with?
24 to life.
And they don't give you no good time, good behavior.
You do 85% of whatever they gave.
I feel like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, pick the beats on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to spouse, family freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day I wake up like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, pick the beats on the line.
What up, what up, what up, y'all? What's going on? What's happening with it?
Squares everywhere. What's the deal? Beware. On the line is live, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. Well, I'm on the streets right now.
Yeah, buddy. So check it out. Before we go into what we're about to go into, once again, hit the subscribe button. You see it right there at the top, the little red doohickey with the say subscribe. Also, you can catch us on audio on Twitch, Facebook Live, Vimeo, and Roku. And if you want to see a video, we on all streaming sites as well: Google, Apple, Pandora, YouTube, all that stuff, Spotify. So just tap in with one of those streaming sites, and you can catch us on Amazon Music as well.
For sure, we on Facebook Live. We on JJ Fomby YouTube channel live. We on Digital Soapbox YouTube channel should be live. So yeah, we just tapping in for the audio and for the visual people. So what's the deal? We got a guest on today. Yeah. Well, he ain't a guest to us. He's a guest to y'all, but he it's in-house right here.
That's in-house family.
Yeah, in-house is I'm gonna let you introduce him, but like I say, I don't want to use the word guest because he ain't no guest. And he's the homie, our cold, what do you call it? Cold
label mate. Yes, I guess you could say label mate.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's what it is exactly. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We'll
go with that.
On the same network.
Yes, and he took time out of his beginning of his weekend to hang out with us to discuss some ins and outs of what's going on and a lot of shit that we might just throw in there. But everybody know him as Mob James, James McDonald from the Gangsta Chronicles. He has, again, took time out of his weekend to come hang with us. So without further ado, please welcome to On the Line Podcast, one of the third members of Gangsta Chronicles, Mr. James McDonald.
What's cracking?
Yeah. What's up with it?
My brothers, what's good? Nothing. I'm just chilling.
Just chilling.
Yes. That's good, man. You the hardest working man in show business after James Brown, man.
Why you say that?
You man. We just seen you 2 weeks ago. You was putting in work at the 100 episode.
Oh, okay. Putting in work like where you catch me?
Oh, see, there you go.
Look. Hold up. All on the videos, all on stage.
Not me.
Oh man, yeah.
you was the 100 episode. The 100 episode. You was. We talking about the podcast show. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all we talking about.
Man, I was just excited that we, made it to 100 episodes, and I just felt like, damn, I accomplished something.
For sure. For sure.
And it was just, I was just happy that day, man. That's all.
You should. That was
really myself.
That was a great thing, man. I'm glad we went right into that, but I was proud to see that, man. I'm coming on late in the game, but we for the last year or so, we've been congregating. We ain't been congregating. We've been congregating, you know what I mean, and our passion and hanging out there and this, but that's a motivation for us and anybody that come from the streets to achieve something in that matter. That's a success. That's a brand.
Right.
Digital Soapbox is a brand. Gangsta Chronicle is a brand.
Right.
And to be, you're not a singer or dancer or a rapper, none of that. You know what I'm saying? You're a gangster. Even though we don't want to use them terms, but you're a grown man, but you have, you mature in growth has shown where you came from the streets and where you at today. You know what I mean?
It definitely helped me out. It definitely helped me, especially with, letting a lot of shit out that I kept bottled up. It definitely helped me, man, without Gangsta Chronicles, I don't think I'd be doing pretty much nothing. I got a book I'm about to do. I got a motorcycle show that's almost up and running that we about to do. Just so many things, and I got so many people getting at me, wanting me to be a part of their project. So, man, it's definitely a blessing, Just so yeah, it's worth. Y'all gonna get to that 100, and when y'all get to that 100, I'm gonna be there celebrating with y'all. So
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And we welcome you to be there. It wouldn't be right for you not to be there.
Hey, if I got to come sit in the car, I'm gonna be there.
For sure. Appreciate that. Hey, look, it's not many individuals that come out of neighborhoods we came from that are at this level in the game. Usually it's always the entertainers. I'm gonna use this word entertainers for everybody or athletes. Entertainer athletes usually are individuals that are in place on the things that we're doing and things you have accomplished thus far. You still and 8, what y'all have achieved this far is usually, he's a rapper, but he's, I mean, yeah, but still achieved to where you at. The primary focus is on looking at the people from the streets that, don't know nothing about nothing but living the street life and then transforming into I hate to use this word, entertainment or news media, whatever you want to use the correct term for. You have done that. It's not that many people that have done that. Usually people of our statue, we usually own a yard,
Right.
or you know what I'm saying, or dead.
Well, I've been lucky on all aspects of the game. When I went to prison in '86, I realized that prison wasn't really nothing in here. You really couldn't get too many motherfuckers that really was, doing shit, and it was boring to me. So I figured out in there, when I get out of prison, I'm not coming back to this boring motherfucker. It wasn't nothing that I was doing on the streets. I miss the streets that much. So I've been out of prison since 1988. And, fucking with Death Row and all of that other, all them other adventures I had, man, it was good while it lasted. But then, we had our good times, our bad times. I lost family members, due to, the BS that was going with Death Row. And the way the hood turned and spent, everybody hates everybody. So, I was just doing me, just a lot of shit that came with it. The jackets, the he this, he that, or he won't, you know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is, how do you survive all that shit? How do you get over all that shit? You stand firm. You don't tuck your tail. You just accept whatever a nigga gotta say or however it is, and let's rock and roll. So fortunately, I haven't had that issue. So, since 2002, after my brother passed away, was killed, I just been in silence. And then I got lucky in all aspects of the game because, yes, I should have been doing life in prison. I should have been killed a long time ago. I got lucky with where I'm at now, because of Norm Steele. If Norm wouldn't have never made that call to me, I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm raising my grandson. So everything I'm doing now is positive opposed to how I was living at first. So, man, God, all I can say is God has been good to me. And I got a second chance. So, some of us not lucky like that. Some of us don't live to see our grandkids or have grandkids or kids.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm blessed all the way around, brother.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Going, Junior?
Well, what I want to say is that you reaching out and being on Gangsta Chronicles, you might not reach everybody individually at the same time, but you reach them in a mass of just where you came from, because you know you survived a lot of eras, man. You survived the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and you still here to talk about it. And you survived one of the most, I guess you could say, put whatever title you want on death row. We're not gonna get in all that, but you survived that too. And what you have seen, you could say, you know what, this is my story I'm telling.
Right.
And if somebody listening, they be like, man, I don't want to go through what he went through. But some, you always gonna have those individuals who want to go through that to make a name for themselves.
Well, I would tell them they wouldn't want to do that because everybody ain't lucky. Like I said, you might not come. I've been shot 4 times. You might not make it the first time. So that's something you don't want to gamble on. You know, like I said, man, you know, life is what was dished to me, man, and I accepted and created the majority of the things that happened to me in my life. And I accepted a lot of things. You know, if I didn't do what I did back then I really wouldn't have a story right now to tell people and to reach out and tell these cats that, you know, you don't want to have to go through what I went through. You know, for this family shit, for this being in the hood, for this, you know, just the betrayal, the whole nine, you know, through the homies. You know, I truly believed in what I stood for when I put on the red rag and put on the red hat. I was I believed in being the blood. They took life from me. It don't supposed to be like that. So I realized that, you know, sitting back, what was my purpose of doing what I'm doing when my own people took something that was dear for me? So right then and there, I had to squash all of it. I had to let it go because now I'm playing with a double-edged sword. Now, why would I want to be a part of something that just took my brother's life? Now I'm a hypocrite if I go and kill the homies, something that I represented dear, and go out there and kill them motherfuckers because of my brother. So it makes me no better than the motherfucker that gunned him down. You feel me? So the only thing I can do is walk away and figure out how I'm gonna do what I'm doing or how I'm gonna get my message across. It took 20 years. And then here come Norm Steele. Now doing the Gangsta Chronicles coming out, I can explain what's really going on with what's happening in our world today. Because I done been there, done all of that shit. I done seen it all. I done, wanted to kill my father. I didn't give a fuck at one point. So, you know, a lot of cats, they want to do this and they feel like they bona fide motherfuckers if they go to prison or I'm that nigga. Or that don't work like that no more. It's totally different. You know what I'm saying? Back in my days, 72 hours, you was back on the street on full hour. You know, don't nobody come to court. Today, you gonna sit there 5-6 years fighting the case. It's totally fucking different. And what they giving you today is straight no tolerance. They not fucking with you. They not playing with you. They not doing none of that. So we have been lucky. I mean, very lucky. So Gangsta Chronicles give me the opportunity, Doug, to really explain and really show these youngsters that we can take 2 roads. We don't have to take the road just because we live in the hood. We don't have to be gangbangers. We don't have to be that nigga, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a gangster. You can go out there and do anything else besides this here. You know, so to me, it's just, just explaining to them that a waste of life is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
In your situation too, you know, after your brother's situation, and you say, you know what, I'm cool. You walked away. But
what I did was I had to realize all the bullshit and the grief that my mother got when my brother passed, the pain that I felt when my brother passed, I gave that to a whole lot of people. So, God damn it, now this is God's work. Now it took me a long time, but I've created a lot of pain. I dished out a lot of shit. And you know, one thing we got to stop doing is crying about the bullshit when it happens to us when we out there living that life. And for all the shit I done, I should have been in prison for the rest of my motherfucking life.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then a motherfucker get busted for some bullshit. Or I ain't been to jail since '88. I've been a good motherfucker. No, I got caught. I went to jail in '92. The goddamn when they had the Rodney King riot shit. I sat in there for 8 months. Me and a little homeboy on the case, and got out of that, and I ain't seen a county jail or substation nothing. I pay tickets now.
Oh yeah.
One time in my lifetime, but you know, getting tickets was they gave me opportunity to go to the county jail and go to the module and kick it with the homies for a couple of days.
Yeah,
You know what
go
I'm saying?
again.
Other than that, you know, it was. I just realized none of the BS was worth it. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much where I'm at right now today. You know, you don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you, and we good. We'll live.
For sure. You used the word module. So for the listeners and the viewers, we're talking about in the Los Angeles County jail system, the way they house you is house the county jail inmates are by modules. That's where you lay in your bunk at. So he used the word module, and he's referring to once upon a time, if I'm correct, 4,300. 4,300 was a module for the Bloods and the Pyrus. They separated them. Then they had a module for 4,700 for the Crips. So if you was documented as a certified member, they were housed in those particular units. That's what he's talking about. So people that in different states and different countries, I just wanted you to understand the terminology he's using. I understand clearly what he's saying, but y'all don't understand that. So I just was trying to iterate the situation. But I remember we had our talks at the mansion and this and that and da da da. But I never see, or no, excuse me, not see, but hear people talk about the earlier into the Los Angeles, I use the Los Angeles County gang culture, how it was to be a Paru of blood back then, and about being in the streets and being in the county. So about me being from Long Beach, and the city, our whole city is Keyways, and then Compton has Keyways and Damoos, well, Bloods and Crips. So I never seen none. Well, unless I went to Compton or we went to Wilmington, but we were doing more Compton than Wilmington. You know understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a trip to now here we is, 30-some years, whatever, for some of us, to that we at this time here we are no longer active. Here we are to co-mingle and do a show together. Junior being where he from, where we grew up at, and we are here having a straight show like abiding citizens, like we Dan Rathers and Ted Koppel and all that kind of stuff. We just from the streets, like we just regular street niggas.
Yep, we're ordinary African students.
Exactly.
Well, it's something we can't forget where we come from, our backgrounds or whatever, but it's called growing up. And we have grown up. We elevated from this adult adolescent bullshit, this kid shit, gang banging and all of that shit. Now you see something different. It's called growing up. I'm a man now. I got responsibilities. I can't be on the same page. I'm 56 years old. What I look like running around here with a goddamn red rag in my pocket? You know what I'm saying? Or just being a gangbanger in general. But when I first started, man, I was proud to be, because anywhere the Bloods went, we stood out, because it was only a few of us and it was 100,000 Crips. You know what I'm saying? So I was proud to be a Blood. I was proud to be in the mix. I was, what I learned from my father and accepted from him, man, let's get in it. You know what I'm saying? Certain things you had to prove. You know what I'm saying? And to put a red rag on and put a P on your hat, it was automatically known where you was from. This motherfucker repping. So whether you was in LA or in Compton, they coming at you. Being in the county jail, it meant something. From that day till right now, motherfuckers recognize and remember, okay, he with it. Oh, he gonna fight you back. Not, oh, that's a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So it I did what I did for certain titles, to be a certain person. Know that I was once upon a time with it, being what I was. You know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, growing up, you look at yourself and say, damn. But me personally, I was asked, would I take anything that I've done back in my life? No, I wouldn't take none of it back. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being where I was from. I enjoyed all of that. But now it's time to change. I'm a grown ass man raising my grandkids. You know what I'm saying? 365 days a year, you know, every day. So it's totally different now than it was back then. Being from there, and that's, to me, that's all I had at that time, being in the hood. You feel me? I didn't have to run to nothing. I walked right into where I wanted to be and was accepted for what I was. You know what I'm saying? All my anger, all my pain, the whole nine. And, you know, some of the homies got it. Most other people got it, but it was something different. Something totally different from the 2000s. These cats don't have no respect. They not understanding what they doing. You know, I watch 48 Hours. I see more motherfuckers cry in the county, in the police station than you see when they get in the 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? And that's fucked up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of changes, man. A lot of changes. James, let me ask you this. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Going through, you, like I said, you've been through a lot of generations and you didn't seen it all. You know, you know, then come the 90s era, my era, whatever, what have you. But growing up, why is there still a lot of unforgiven history with the beef on the street?
Well, that comes with territory, bro. You know, you don't just lose a nigga from Madrid, just moved out here and bam. You losing people that you grew up with, you losing cousins, family members, the whole nine. Some of that shit is to heart. You can't forget it. And what most of us, I said it earlier, what most of us don't understand, being in the hood or being from a certain clique, you kill, they kill. We don't accept the fact when one of us get killed. But we party, we drink and do everything when we kill. You feel me? So everybody got to understand it ain't no difference. We chose to do what we do. So let's accept what happens while we living in this world right here. If I'm a gang member, we got to start accepting the shit that happened. I'm in the car with my homie, he get popped. That's part of the game. What's the other part of the game? Let's take care of him and let's get back out of here tonight. Let's handle our business. Somebody gonna feel like we feel. So people don't understand. Well, these young men out here today don't understand that. And I don't think none of the OGs are really looking at it like that. We've all done it. We've all done hurt somebody. We all done made our mamas cry. You feel me?
Right.
Get to a certain age where we got to realize I'm done with that.
Yeah. You know what?
Do some other shit.
James, we got a question from one of the viewers. Go ahead, Control, run the question. How does Mob James define manhood? This is coming from LJ Phoenix.
How do I define manhood?
Yes.
Responsibility, man. Accepting responsibility. Living like, instead of existing in life, I'm living life now. I'm a man because I raised my kids. Now one of my boys been gang members. Even when I was a gang member, you know what I'm saying? They better not get caught with their pants down. My daughter was kind of rough. My daughter turned out to be like me. and her mom.
Oh boy.
Yeah, my daughter, her mom is from Southside. 1 second. Nice, stop, go. Okay, go. And that's my grandson. And I've been raising my grandson for 3 years. Being a man don't mean I got to go out here and show that I'm a tough guy. I'm being a man by showing everybody that I can fix some of the shit that I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking responsibility of the things that I've done in life. You know what I'm saying? I destroyed a lot of shit, but I'm trying to help young cats right now today. And if I got to get in my car and go wherever I got to go, like Dallas, Texas, or wherever I got to go, I'm going to go help. Because I think it became a responsibility to me. If I wanted to fix myself, I say I got to be 100 with it. I got to be 100 with what I say to these young kids. I can't be on bloods and woo woo. I gotta wipe all that out of my life, my system, the whole nine. So just me being a man is being responsible, taking care of business. You know, this is the first time in my life where I pay bills. You know, I got my own house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bills, raising a kid. I ain't no county shit or none of that. So, man, I defy being a man is just standing up and doing what's right. You know what I'm saying?
James, we have another question from a viewer. Go ahead, Control. Same guy, LJ Finney. What food for thought could you give to a youngster to deter them from life and that he lives? That life that you live.
If you go into gangbanging thinking that gangbanging is going to be all peaches and cream and you can throw on your uniform and go out there and do your thing, there's other people to show you that it ain't peaches and cream. Somebody can knock your head off. Somebody can paralyze you. Somebody can send you to prison for the rest of your life. If that's not the life you really want or you really want to be a part of, then go the other way. Turn your head. Ain't nothing wrong with a motherfucking calling you a pussy. Man, I'll be a pussy, but I'm here today. Walk away from it. Live to fight another day. You know what I'm saying? Because this is some rough shit here. And if anybody that ever gangbang say it ain't rough and it ain't hard being you, they're a goddamn lie. I done seen a lot of cats fail at it. A lot of people fail. So that's where I'm at with the youngsters. You don't want to be a me. You don't want to be a me.
Exactly. You don't. What happened to us might not. Great amount of chance will not happen to that individual. We've been blessed men. That's
right.
one thing we all three of us.
Fomby, remember we was chopping it up at the 100th episode, and you and James was conversating, just sidebarring on some stuff, and it still stick to me that you mentioned a lot of dudes get put on the hood and don't even make it to represent. They get taken out, get 30 years in life, and nobody know who they are.
Yeah, I was saying in my course of doing time, in the set, out the set, in back on the yard, I run across dudes. You see, they're gonna make it through the summer. Summer is 90 days, ladies and gentlemen. It's a quarter. That's 90 days. That's it. A lot of dudes get put on. There's a great amount of dudes that got put on they sets anywhere in the world, not just in my community, that I ran across. Like, what was you? Oh, I'm whoop to bam bam. Like, where you was at this day? You hear the month like I was to be over here whoop to whoop to whoop. You go, what you in jail for? Oh, okay, yeah. I remember when that happened. Damn, you been in this motherfucker like that? 27 years. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know who you is. But they took a fall. Don't remember your own face because your people get older, get fatter, get skinny, whatever. You grow up. They've been like 17, 18. They go up in there and they're 15, 20 some years later. They still claiming the set. Some of them are, some of them ain't. You know what I mean? Whatever. And you like, damn, you been up in this motherfucker all that time? They be like, yeah. They never even lived their life. And they put the gift for a crime they did in the nature for the turf that they represented there. So it's a trip to see that, man. It happens. You have them. They only make it through the summer, man. You catch the 2 or 3 licenses, 100 years, or so on. So I got quite a few of them that was solid. You know what I mean? That they rolled their beef and they took their medicine and they said decaying away.
That goes back to saying that when we out there, we try to prove ourselves. We want to be reputable. We want people to recognize who we is. I was totally different. Motherfuckers knew the name, but not the face. You don't have to put yourself out there like that. A lot of cats want to put themselves out there because you get a certain feeling when the homies recognize you a gunner, when the homies recognize you got hands, and you not knowing at the time, you just feeding off of it. And as a youngster, I fed off certain things I did. I fed off. I got a kick out of, that pistol in my hand. Being a part of what I love. You feel me?
Right.
So we don't get it until we get caught. We don't get it until we understand what the fuck we did. You know what I'm saying? And when we start getting that 40, 50 to life and niggas sitting in jail, now you've forgotten. You just a nobody now. And that's when it sinks in to you. You don't have to wait till that happens for it to sink in. Oh, what I've learned is all we doing is killing each other for no reason, and me living like that, and then now here I am talking to Fomby, a Crip with the business. If 30 years ago, 30 years in the past, we'll be at it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be sitting right next to MC8 every day, every week, once a week. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't talk to a bop. I wouldn't talk to my nigga Duck from 5'9". You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of cats that I fuck with now, and they good motherfuckers. They good motherfuckers. That I get out the bed, I get off some pussy, and nigga, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they the same motherfucking way with me. It's just now. It ain't my blood homies. It's Crip dudes. It's Crips that I fuck with. But I was lucky enough to have people from where my aunties and them live to meet a lot of Crip cats like the Kitchen Crips. I grew up over there on 81st. That's where my granddaddy was at, and fucking with those dudes. And I had a best friend named Runt from Kitchen. My nigga, ride or die, Still Bill was my ride or die, my partner over there. You know what I'm saying? So, I know what it's like, but we all from different sides. You do what you got to do. I got to do what I got to do. But I'll never cross that line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the homies used to trip. We had a guy from Kitchen. His name Mario. Love him to death. Rest in peace. And he got shot like 18 times, I believe. And I took a few of the homies to Martin Luther King Hospital, and we all gave blood. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel that way toward family, what am I beefing and killing? For? I didn't have a purpose. I just did it because I was told that that's what it was all about. Protecting the hood. Now, how am I protecting the hood if I step outside of my motherfucking hood and go to LA and commit a motherfucking murder? I ain't protecting my hood. I'm just doing what's natural. I'm just on some dumb shit. So, but it took me a long time to realize that all of that was a waste of time.
Yeah, that's a very solid statement there, because even in my youth, running up and down Rosecrans, and I didn't run into a bunch of Crips until I got to the pen. When we see Crips here and there, it's like one set. Okay, these are the so-and-sos. Okay, we ain't going over there. But when you get to the pen, it's hundreds of them. And then they in their group talking their slang, cuz your ears are ringing and shit like that. But after a while, these become your friends. Y'all play basketball together. Y'all play bait, y'all break bread, and y'all. And then the funny part about it is, y'all know some of the same people.
Yeah.
Y'all know some of the same people. I know your home. I was in Wyatt with your home, but that's my nigga. You vouch off that name, and then when y'all get out, hopefully y'all keep the same understanding there. But it's all about respect and how do you feel going through your days, you know, just doing what you was doing now that you can sit down with Fomby and 8 and see the younger generation like me and Fomby doing what we do. How does that make you feel?
Totally different. Totally different. I got a different outlook on life. I see life as, you know, instead of taking life, I'm trying to preserve it, help motherfuckers stay alive, just like y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think our missions, we're on the same page with our missions.
Right.
Like with on the line. Y'all trying to encourage and show people that going to prison ain't cool.
No.
This, you know, prison ain't what you think it is.
No, it ain't.
You know, everybody ain't finna go to prison and come home. You know, a lot of cats, a lot of homeboys that's walking around with their pants off their ass right now today, thinking they hard the motherfucker. Done been fucked in the ass. You everybody is just not built to go to prison and come home from prison. You know, some niggas wanted to go to prison just to get buff. You know, we just got a fucked up understanding of what we were opposed to where we at now. And if the older guys, if all of them just stood up and told the truth about their prison days, what it's not worth, you know, if you've been a gang member all your life and say you ain't never been rack packed or you lost the fade, you ain't been in too many fights, my nigga. You ain't been in too many fights. You ain't got too many war stories to tell. If you won them all, if you beating up everybody and it don't happen that way. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm glad to be where I'm at today. Very, very lucky. So are you. So are Fomby. We all lucky, man.
Yeah,
we all lucky, bro.
Yeah, for sure, most definitely. You talk about fades, man. I'm reflecting back on. You know, I have some people from Compton. I have family that reside and is from the city of Compton, but I had to leave with the homies to go get some khakis. We had to leave the east side of Long Beach and go all the way to the Compton swap meet. So, we didn't have no whip at that time, so we had to get on that RTD, come all the way up. You know how it is. Come all the way up. You squabbing going up because we pushing what we pushing. So we squabbing coming out of Long Beach, going up to Compton swap meet. It's just to get a pair of khakis, homie. Then we had to go up in the swap meet. And we got Crips, we got Power Rules. So we had to go up in there. Sometimes you could go in there, they see you. You know, yeah, I got you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get this shit, this bag. You think you all good? Get to that parking lot. Niggas out there, niggas where they do their shit on you. So I'm dumping and squabbing. So it was a task to then get back on the bus and get back down there and come back to the north side and squabbing down there on the bus. People getting all up the bus and come on down. So it was a life journey, a risk to die to go get the khaki outfit or some felines or sweater if you had no whip.
Right.
So I had to cut that out and I had to get a whip if I had to slide in a G-ride. You know what I'm saying? To get up there to do what I need to do. Because that bus was dangerous. So I'm just looking at the times from back then. Matter of fact, I was over there about to swap meet 2 days ago, getting the key made at the it's a Walmart now. And I was just sitting back. The dude was making the key. And he said, "Man, you look familiar." I said, "Yeah, you don't know me. You from out here?" He said, "Yeah, I'm from Compton." I said, "Nah, yeah, I mean, you been on the yard?" He laughed. He said, "Yeah, I've been on the yard." He said, "I was on the yard with you." I was like, "What?" It was a Spanish dude. I was like, "What?" I said, "Okay, what yard we was on?" He said, "Yeah, we was in Pleasant Valley." Oh, okay. Yeah, I was in Pleasant Valley. That was me. And we laughed about it. And to me, it appeared as dangerous as it once was over there. tons of folks that lost their life on with that Tweety on the backside, Bullis, and on that Long Beach Boulevard. There's a gang of folks that caught cases all around that area.
Yeah, that place was actually.
Hey, I know it. Like, I mean, it was right across the street from my hood, so we walked to the swap meet on the daily just for that type of activity. Because, you know, if we was beefing with, you know, Pominoke or whoever, we made it our business to go up to the swap meet and do our thing. One particular time, we got up in that motherfucker, a little Samoan dude come out with a shotgun and damn near blew my head off.
Whoa.
And this was in
don't trip.
In the 80s, but you know, then you know, we thought that was our motherfucking swap meet. And this day, they let a nigga have it. Pull up in that motherfucker, the little homies call me and tell me they fighting the Crips up there. And I get up in that motherfucker, as soon as I get in, they already posted up in the parking lot with the shotgun. So when I hopped out, I got on pajamas the whole nine. I'm thinking I'm finna go fight, whatever. Shit. They got the blast in that motherfucker. We got the ducking. So you never know. You never know what's gonna happen there. You know, a lot of cats have, you know, lost their lives up there. That's why they got rid of that motherfucker. Yeah. But you finding the same thing at Walmart. Everybody still gotta go. They just changed the name and different shit they selling. Yeah. But you still got cats going up there. Man, I live across the street. I ain't gonna let no blood niggas stop me from going. Man, there's too many Crips because we consider that the hood. Man, I remember all the way, I can go all the way to 79.
Oh, when it was Sears?
When it was, you got it, when it was Sears. That has always been the killing parking lot for the gangbangers. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's fucked up about that, man?
Huh?
What's fucked up about that is security don't do shit. They let that shit go.
Would you do something?
Hey, and sometimes the security probably was a homeboy or some shit, or you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it was, but
they so look like that up there.
Much motherfucking money to get in between those motherfuckers.
No, man, and then they don't give them no gun or nothing. That man's like, man, get up out of here.
Yeah, I got a pistol. You gonna mace me with a pistol? Lost his life.
Security guards ain't gonna do nothing. Nigga told the whole swap meet up.
Yeah, man.
They don't come out until it's over. And who's ever on the ground or who's ever left there, that's when it's not a threat no more. That's when they come and, you know, handcuff you, do whatever. Yeah. Look like they did their job to the police or whoever. Yeah. But 9 times out of 10, that wasn't the case. The security got their ass whooped up in that motherfucker. if a motherfucker being 100, I know some motherfuckers with security was like, hell no, I ain't working at no conference. You think about Sloss and swap meet. Something was twice as worse than that.
Yeah.
Swap meet was just horrible, man.
Yeah, that motherfucker. You got it. I ain't go. If you was going to swap meet, get you a mixtape, or you go take a picture with the big old bamboo chair.
The bamboo chair.
You know what I mean? I'll get you a khaki outfit. You know what I mean? So
they go in there and buy their link or they rope. They don't even make it out to swap meet with it. Let me get that.
Yeah. That motherfucker was dead.
It was rough, but you know when motherfuckers tell that story, they only tell one side of the story. And you had some Crip cats that come out of that motherfucker on some 100, but not all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because they were more outnumbered because, you know, they didn't come shopping 15, 20 deep. If you came to come to swap meet 15, 20 deep, you're looking for something. 9 times out of 10, you're going to find it. Ain't no conversation. You just going to get dumped on. You finna get dumped on. You only got one parking lot. You finna get dumped on in this motherfucker. Yeah. So, you know, it was definitely, man, you know.
That was the time. That was the time, man.
Exactly. It was definitely some shit you can remember.
Yeah, because when I was getting to before we went down to that, we didn't see no niggas from Long Beach that stayed in Long Beach. The gang members. We didn't see no power rules until we got to Compton, and most of them we engaged on them behind. If you chasing the broad, or you was going up in that swap meet, you gonna run across them. You dipping through Compton trying to chase broads or get your outfit. But the only other way is when you was in Los Perdinas, in juvenile hall.
Yeah.
Junior said something. We was like, you hear, cuz, this, that. But when we got down there, you would hear mixture be like, yeah, blood this, blood that, bumping, blah, 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 blah.
Los Perdinas?
Yeah, Los Perdinas, yeah, LP.
Man, I didn't hear. The only time I even really seen the Crips is when we came out to eat or when we went to the little gym, play basketball. I stayed in that motherfucker. I'm 56. I still remember the address to that son bitch.
Oh no! Come on, man! You gotta forget.
Hey, the address is 7285 Quill Drive, Downey, California.
Oh man, they probably still got your record up in there too. Hey, Big James, we got another question from one of the viewers. We got another question. David Stacy wants to know, how is Reggie doing?
Reggie is he recovering. He woke up. He's moving around. They just took him to rehab, so he's doing the rehab. And Reggie really, he had a battle, man. Reggie fought like a motherfucker for his life, and I applaud Reggie because a lot of people gave up when COVID was just in that ass, and COVID had him like a motherfucker. Just they took him off the respirator 4 times, and it just hit him again. And then every time they took him off of it, it just kept punching him. And then he came back, and then this time, they knew he was gonna be all right when he woke up, and he was talking shit and he was asking for certain things. So he had to just catch up with the time, and he'll be back out here sometime next month probably. After he finishes rehab, talking shit. But
for people that's listening to On the Line for their very first time, or listen to Digital Soapbox for the first time, could you let the viewers and the listeners know who's Reggie? Let them know who Reggie is.
Reggie is one of the original cast members. Hold on, man, my grandson.
So he's gonna tell you who Reggie is. This is live, baby. He's doing what he's doing. This is responsibility.
Oh man, I take pride in raising this young man because he's going to be totally different from what I was.
Most definitely, I believe.
He's learning. He respect everything already. He's just a little hard headed because it's me and him.
Yeah.
Papa, I tried different things opposed to whooping his ass.
Yeah.
Getting the ass whooping ain't gonna fix the problem.
Yeah, hey, my mama beat me. The mama and daddy beat me. I still got in trouble. So.
Reggie was one of the original members that started Gangsta Chronicles with me. He has another show that he was doing. What was the name of that one? Bomb First. And Reggie was an ex Compton police officer. Retired, then he became head of security at Death Row. I've been knowing Reggie since he was born and raised in my hood, so I've been knowing him since he was a tot. And he was one of the lucky ones that got out of the hood because his father, Reggie Senior, became a police and put him up on his wing and told him, this is what you're gonna do. And Reggie became a police officer instead of a gang member, which was cool. But he wound up back in the hood with Suge and the rest of us with Death Row. And then we started the Gangsta Chronicles. He went to prison. From prison, he did a 14-day, what they call that?
Dry out?
No, he had to stand there 14 days for the COVID shit.
Evaluation.
Quarantine.
Okay.
after he went to the halfway house is where he caught the COVID.
Whoa.
So you get quarantined from not catching, then they send you right to the Lions Den.
Exactly, and then he caught it,
man.
and because he came home in December and he caught it the end of December, and he was fighting it for 2 months. And he like I say, man, you know, God has a purpose for all of us. If it was his time, he would have been gone, because it took Reggie there far and beyond. And like I said, that motherfucker, he fought for his life, his body. He wasn't giving up. And, you know, for him to have a solid wife that was there in his ear, I guess he felt he had a reason to stay here. So he's still here.
God is great. God is great. So I wanted to say this to you. I looking back on, we had a discussion. I can't remember the episode or not, but Junior was not in agreements.
Oh, here we go. I already saw. Okay.
I'm just saying Junior wasn't in agreements. We had a discussion, if you remember, about people coming out the hood and going to work for a law enforcement agency. He was like, "No, I can't be that ain't right. That's just that." He said what he said, right? But then I brought up, I don't know if we should say that person's name, but I brought up a name of a female that grew up in your neighborhood that also worked in law enforcement.
Right.
And I was trying to use that as a parable to, like, man, I think it will be better for somebody to come out the hood to go work for a law enforcement agency and come back and police their own community.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the time, Junior didn't believe that. But that's
true. I did disagree with that.
Right. At that time, right? And I'll use the lady's name that grew up in the hood and her family from around there. So yeah, now you feel about that now, Junior?
Well, I still have mixed feelings about it because it can go either way. James, how do you feel about me and you grew up together? Me and you from the same set, but after high school, I'm like, you know what, man, I'm gonna go to the Army, get out, I'm gonna become a police officer. Now I'm patrolling the neighborhood. Is that good or bad?
It's good. Listen, now the Mom James would have said, "Why the fuck you want to do that?" but listen, as your friend, as your homeboy that I call, and if you go and better your life, I should applaud that, regardless of what. You want a career, go get your career. Ain't shit happening here. You know what I'm saying? I applaud you for that. Number two, the hood would be totally different if we had motherfuckers that patrolled the hood, that knew the hood. Like Officer Wright, Sr. You know what I'm saying? He lived in Compton. He became a Compton police officer. And I'm talking about Bloods and Crips. Wouldn't fuck with the white police. Call Reggie Wright Sr., I'll turn myself in. Or I'll come and talk to y'all. Or I'll make a statement or woo, woo, woo. Reggie Wright was the only motherfucking officer that they fuck with because they felt he was from the hood. If we had that, the hood would be better. You just say, for instance, you know the little homie out here breaking in houses. You from the hood, but now you're a law enforcement. Man, do you want me to take you to fucking jail? You know you can whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't do this type of shit. We don't have that in the hood. All you got is a motherfucker that want to whoop your ass and smash on you. And if he black, he gonna beat your ass because he gonna make the white man, he want to impress him. The white cop showing that he ain't prejudiced or no shit like that. He ain't being lenient, so they whooped our ass. In front, we got it worse about the brothers opposed to the white boys. See what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's very important that we applaud our brothers if they go out there and get a career. It can be law enforcement or firemen or whatever.
But my thing was, you know, when we grow up in the neighborhood, even if I'm from the set or just went to school with all the guys that is from the set, I come back and police the neighborhood. Now they looking like, oh shit, now we can get away with a lot of stuff. That's the homeboy. It's just like being in certain courtrooms, being in jail when you got a homie who work, or we got a homegirl who work here. You know, it's the same thing. Instead of respecting their job.
That part right there. That's the only thing that matters. Respect. So what would I used to do? You know, I got a homie named Master Ron. Been to prison, everything out here. Moved to North Carolina. He became a motherfucking correctional officer. Can you be mad at him? Fuck no. They fucked up. They gave this motherfucker a job. I ain't mad at him.
No, right.
Like I said, at the end of the day, if we respect, and if I'm blowing all this, you my nigga, I love you, we 100, man, you fuck telling me, show me. Encourage me. Man, ride or die with me. I'm going this way. Won't you come with me? If you don't want to go, no, only go to that's your thing. I choose to do this. I respect both sides.
You think that's a lost art today?
Say what now?
You think that's a lost art today? What you just said?
It was lost back then. It was lost back then because see what motherfuckers do is put too much emphasis on being a gangster or this hardcore cat.
Mm-hmm.
Half of the motherfuckers that's in the hood has a relationship with a particular officer. You go to the county jail, some motherfuckers, the majority of the motherfuckers know certain officers that give them certain shit or give them the break or let them come out to the day room. And, you know, so if motherfuckers stop playing this mind shit or this hardcore bullshit and just be honest with themselves, they can be honest with their friends. They can be honest with their families. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Everybody ain't that. If you that motherfucking hardcore nigga, why you ain't went out with a blast? You know what I'm saying? Knock it the fuck off. So, you know, my brother told my nephew, don't fuck with me. And this is a real story. Don't fuck with me if you become a police officer. I told my nephew, you ain't no motherfucking gangbanger. Choose any career you want.
While your record's clean.
And do your thing. So that's the type of shit I'm saying. You don't have a job, so how can you tell him not to go get a job?
Yeah, for real. Huh?
You feel me? And I don't give a fuck who it is. Brothers, cousins, uncles, nephews, whoever. Man, if you my nigga for real, encourage me. Let me feel that. That ain't nothing. That's love. That's where the love come from. If you my nigga for real, tell me man, you ain't cut for this shit. Don't get in this car. If you my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of hating, fuck the dumb shit, man. Let's just keep it 100.
Or knowing for sure that this dude ain't cut like that, but you take him on the mission anyway, and the whole shit go back and get the homie killed or get him life in prison.
Not only that, but you get mad at him when he eat that donut and drink that goddamn coffee and
and tell the truth, but nothing but the truth.
But you already know he not like that. So.
Yeah.
So whose fault is it? Whose fault is that?
It's that individual's fault for fucking with a motherfucker that you know you shouldn't have been fucking with. I've been through that.
Whether we gang banging or not, we have to stand up and be accountable for how we live. You know what I'm saying? We can't blame or prosecute the next nigga because he want to be right. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, all we want to do is have a nigga next to us. Because if I fall, I know a nigga gonna fall with me. You know what I'm saying? Nigga can't make it. I'm gonna try to snatch your ass off that ladder if you try to climb that motherfucker without me. Bullshit. Bullshit. Now that's what we do to each other. Feel me? That's what we do to each other. So let's just take accountability for ourselves. Let me get self right. Because can't nobody else do that.
Right. Exactly.
Feel me? So niggas, I ain't gonna say niggas, we are quick to blame the next motherfuckers for our downfalls.
Exactly. Don't want to take responsibility for your own self-action.
So once I realized that and start taking accountability for my bullshit, now I can fix it. Now, and I know I can't fix everything that I done tore up in this world. I can't bring back shit. I can't put shit back together. But I can stop it. from my end.
Yeah.
If I save 1 out of 5, I'm good. Good, I'm all right. But I'm trying to get 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
You know, and it was hectic on me at the beginning, but I gave people my phone number. Man, call me if you need to talk to somebody. And every time they call, I answer my phone. You know what I'm saying? If they say, man, I hear you, okay, don't worry about nothing. I'm finna come where you at and I'm finna pop the fuck up. Not giving a fuck about nothing else. I'm finna pop the fuck up. Now we hold personal conversation, face to face. And I've learned by doing what I do, being face to face is more potent than being on the Gangsta Chronicles conversating and they hear it. They like, this motherfucker gave enough fuck to come 1,200 miles, 1,300 miles to tell me something. You goddamn right.
Daddy could have told me over the phone.
I owe it. I truly believe I owe that. You know what I'm saying? I did so much in my life, and to sit back and say I don't owe nobody shit. Once again, I'd be lying to myself. So I had to peel that shell, and now I take pride in what I do. Now I can honestly stand up in a crowd of people and say, thank you, Jesus. At first, I wouldn't do that. That was a sign of weakness, my brother. Let me hear niggas say that, I'm gonna clip his ass. You know what I'm? No, I'm so honest. Now, man, God is my everything. And I can say that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with change.
No, it's definitely nothing wrong with change because you have to. Everything's gonna change around you, whether you like it or not. You physically gonna change going through life, whether you like it or not. So you have to get with the program. Unless you keep doing the same shit, going through the same thing, you gonna have to change.
That's the message we got to tell a lot of these cats. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people not understanding that. Regardless of what you do, you can sit in the hood and drink beer all motherfucking day. If you still there in 20 years, it ain't gonna get no better for you. It ain't gonna get no better for you. You already picked out your destiny. That's where you gonna die.
You just gonna be a plant, and they gonna build right around you.
And keep it going. So we gotta sit in and tell ourselves and tell everybody else that, man, it's important for us to push on a daily. For change, for different shit on a daily, not just once a week, not once a month, not once a year. I get off my ass and say I'm gonna go pass out these 20 sandwiches to the homeless people. That ain't shit. You gotta be committed. You gotta, if you ain't committed for change, not only with yourself and those that are around you, then you're wasting your time. You're wasting time.
You bullshit.
And you in the way.
If you're done with it, you're done with it. You got a lot of niggas out here gang banging. Understanding. You will never forget your hood. You will never get that up because some people don't know it's right here. How you got down and how you fuck with the homies. It's in the heart. That don't mean you can't get out of that and then go be Johnny Ripple and get a job. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You could be a goddamn blood with a job. You got one. Yep. Hey, it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because it was a little clip that was out. I think it was like the beginning of one of Snoop's song or something, and they had an interview of a dude back in the day. He said, "So you in the hood?" He's like, "Yeah." He said, "So would you get a job? Take the job if they offer it to you?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "What you gonna do?" He said, "I'm a crip at work."
So
I don't know if you've seen that. Huh? Yeah, he said, "I'm a crip at work."
Hey, so let me stop for a minute. For all your viewers and the listeners, for the lookers, hit that subscribe button if you're looking at the JJ Fomby YouTube channel, and most definitely that red right there to a turn to not be red no more. And if you're watching on the Digital Soapbox Network, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and share the what you're looking at. And we on all the digital platforms available for streaming for podcasting. There's questions need to be asked. Control, put the question on the screen. Got some people want to say something.
All right, this is for Kieran Dalby. What music you listen to nowadays?
I never was into rap. I listen to nothing but oldies. I listen to oldies. Uh, I believe oldies. If anybody, and you can do this right now today, listen to an oldie song and then try to depict what they saying, the meaning of what they talking about in their songs. You hear the message clearer than you hear it in rap. See, rap only telling you how to destroy. Oldies taught you how to be a lover, how to be a cool cat. You know what I'm saying? How to be a passionate motherfucker when it was time to be. So I've always listened to oldies. It ain't too many rap songs that I can really just say I'm bound with.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
You listen to DJ Quick, don't you?
Yeah, I've listened to DJ Quick. Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Hey.
I've listened to rap music, especially the Chronic, being with Death Row and all that. I have listened in, the Battle Ram, shit like that going on.
Oh yeah, you went back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but those are my days. When the Battle Ram came out, I had a 68 Chevy, and it was, certain times, when you're pulling up at the skate rink, I'm bumping the Battle Ram or I had another cold one, but I'll play my rap.
Right.
Rolling and kicking it, or I had to drive in or something. I listen to my smooth music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People don't roll their window up when you listen to
Earth, Wind, and Fire, or
people roll their windows up when you, motherfucker, want to kick your motherfucking ass, motherfucker. No.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, they got the question came on the screen. Control. Can you put that question back up? It's for James. Well,
this is from Adam B. He said, "Ma James, you a real OG. Do you listen to Tupac?"
I've listened to, and I like a lot of Tupac songs. I listen to Tupac songs I listen to Tupac. I have. Tupac was a smart motherfucker. He was before his time. He just did things that I ain't gonna even go in there, because every time I mention Tupac, people be I'm gonna shoot your head off.
Yeah.
Tupac got good music, man, and you understood what he was saying. So yeah, I listened to some of Tupac.
Control. Any more questions? Did you put on the screen for us, please? They're available. There was some more that popped up.
I've seen a few questions. James, take us back to the good old days before all the bullshit, before killing, before getting into it. I mean,
I don't remember when you say before killing. I came, motherfuckers was getting killed.
I mean, just hanging, just feeling good, hanging with your homies before you knew this was a hood. Listen, like you say, listening to your oldies, and you had your female friends around, and tell us about the dress code back then.
Hold on, excuse me, James. I think he's talking about the days you used to be at the Compton Drive-In and then the Long Beach Pike. That's what he's talking about. Those days.
It wasn't nothing like a pair of khakis, fresh Converse. That's all I wore was Converse, a motherfucking pea hat, a white T-shirt, and all color khakis.
So you had on about $100.
I mean, I used to go to Huntington Park and get my motherfucking All-Stars, and they was only $16 back then.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we going back. So,
yeah,
a T-shirt was $5, $4.35.
Damn.
Feel me?
Yeah.
We used to go to JJ Newberry's and get the 5 for $9.
I remember JJ Newberry. That's where my mom brought my croaker sacks.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You say JJ Newberry's?
Yeah.
Where you used to put the tips on your Stacy's downstairs?
Exactly.
Hey, OG, we got another question. Go ahead, Control. This is from Corey Walker. James, when is your book coming out?
Well, I just started it finishing it, the first guy that was doing the book had a heart attack.
Oh.
And he's doing okay now. So, but now I just put it in the hands of another person, Soren, and which is a hell of a writer. We putting it together, so it'll be out by the summertime, should I say? And it's uncut. It's
What's
uncut.
the title?
Huh?
The title.
I send y'all the which column. It's just the legend of James yada yada woo woo. I send y'all the cover.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
don't
no, hold on.
I mean,
Hold
because
on.
the cover is so which column, and I had to fight over that because I really didn't want to have nothing to do with red, with blue. I just wanted to be bound, but somebody made me realize that I can't run from Mob James. You know what I'm saying? I'm a this cat. I'm this cat, and people that I run into still say Mob James. I can't knock him upside the head. Don't call me that mother. You know what I'm saying? So I have to embrace what I was to continue to heal who I am. So I'm good with that. So it's got a red Converse on it, and the legend of street story yada.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be uncut, and I didn't really want people to really know what I've been through. But I think if they really understand what I've been through and what made me be what I was, then a lot of kids will get the picture. Just because I don't have to be what I am. So it's gonna be a book for real, a book.
Gotcha.
Nothing but truth.
So for the record, we know that the people that's at Digital Soapbox will get an actual book signed from Mob aka James McDonald.
I got y'all. As soon as they off the press, I got y'all.
Look. That's what you said about that Death Row t-shirt I ain't never got.
Hey man, Fomby, I told you, if you can fit a medium and a small, I got you.
Oh man.
I give you all of it.
Listen, no, I can't fit that. Not at this time.
Hey, but when you exercise and get it right, I give you one of the mediums.
Hey, look. Hey, look. That's why I still be wearing the small ass shirts, huh?
Yeah, he be killing me with that one though. But some people like to feel like they still in shape though. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Let me back up because they're gonna start saying I'm hating on steel, man. I don't want that started, man.
Right.
Hey, listen, man. I appreciate you coming through, talking with us, man. Taking the opportunity. I know you're doing your granddad thing right now. You could be doing other different things or talking to different people, but I appreciate you embracing us when we came aboard to Digital Soapbox. Shit, man, it was like there's some footage that ain't been released of us hanging, but we've been hanging for a minute with you, man. And I enjoyed hanging out with both of y'all. Everything been peaches, man. It's just like we all we a family, man. We up here, we all at a different level. We're at the same level. Our minds are not where we once was as we was, young men or young youth. So it's a great change, man, to be on this level that we able to do what we doing today, man. And it's a blessing, man. Shout out to our executive producer, Norm Stills, and everybody on Digital Soapbox, and they're part of Digital Soapbox. I just want to make sure I shout that out.
Right. I just appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity to coming over here and let y'all listeners hear, how we are over there on Gangsta Chronicles and the shit that we bring, and get a chance to know me. You know what I'm saying? For me, and not Mob James or whatever. My name is James motherfucking McDonald, not for real.
Real quick, big homie. Is there anything you want the listeners and the viewers to know that you're working on? Any new project besides your book? Any new projects? Anything you got going?
I don't do Facebook, none of that shit. I don't let people know where I'm eating at, none of that shit.
Okay, so where could they find you outside of Gangsta Chronicles?
Outside of Gangsta Chronicles, you hit me on Facebook. Just look for a red motorcycle, James McDonald.
James McDonald Red
That's
Motorcycle.
it. That's all.
Hey,
On Big J, BIGGJ at 3636 on Instagram, but I don't go on that shit. So
I guess they catch you when they catch you then.
Hey,
that's what I'm talking about. That's old school shit, dog.
yeah, really it is. Hey, listen, we want a junior when we got something popping down there with the old school or old school explosion or something down at the Wire Entertainment. I mean, I told James we're gonna make damn sure we get him down at the clubhouse. We can post up and listen to some old school music and hang out with us when we do our thing down at the Wire Entertainment, man, for sure.
Right, right.
Definitely. So, anything you want to say? We all about to close this out. Check this out, man. Check out Gangsta Chronicles, man.
Check out Gangsta Chronicles. Thanks for all the listeners and viewers hanging out with us. We had Miles James from the trio from Gangsta Chronicles. Other than that, you know, we up out of here. Everybody enjoy y'all night, y'all evening, y'all day. Big James, thank you very much, brother.
Peace and be strong.
On the shield.
Gangsters by nature.
Every day on the line.